Through its advocacy, Columbia Legal Services' mission is to break the cycle of poverty and inequality in Washington's low-income communities. Stronger communities are built when the critical needs of all are protected. Social and economic justice is out of reach for the majority of people in poverty. Our advocacy focuses on solutions to the structural disparities that perpetuate those inequalities. Specifically, Columbia Legal Services strives to achieve measures of justice and equality so that working families are afforded the opportunity to create a hopeful future for themselves. In addition, another special focus is on children and youth who cannot defend or speak for themselves. Columbia Legal Services also works to ensure that promises made to the most vulnerable regarding basic human needs are kept and enforced. Finally, when conditions of poverty relegate people to institutionalized situations, Columbia Legal Services advocates for responsible and humane policies that protect those who are confined in prisons, mental health facilities, and related institutions.
My name is Amy Anderson, that's my maiden name, and I am the plaintiff of the Brahm case. And I was in the foster care system at age 3 to 17 of my childhood years. And I'm originally from Kennewick, Washington. I was born there. I've had a long journey from age 3 and to 17 during this whole time of being in foster care. I was in 34 different placements, shelters, group homes, pre-adopt homes, and as well as foster care and respite care facilities. I've pretty much experienced a lot of the foster care system and how it works. The state had to remove me. I had a younger brother who was 2 years older than me, and he was not taken away. My parents fled, so my brother would not have to be taken away, so he pretty much stayed with my biological family. And I was in the foster care system and was set up for adoption at age 6, even though I was taken away at age 3. And by that time, I was going through different foster homes that really was hard for me to attach them, only because I knew that I was eventually going to move again and again. And some of my homes lasted like 2 days, and sometimes they lasted 3 months. It kind of just depended on availability, on what home was opened up at the time or what facility was opened at the time. And so I kind of just stayed there. Sometimes my bags were packed because I just didn't want to get my stuff out and get too comfortable, and I didn't want to make any friends. During this course of time between age 3 and age 17, I was in 20 different schools, which actually academically set me behind. And when I was in high school, I was in special ed because I was not able to keep up with my peers because of the foster care system of moving me around so many times. I'm just gracious for Columbia Legal Services to still continue battling the foster care issues that we have, and especially for low-income families that don't have the resources.
My name is Marcoletta Wilson. I'm a former client of Columbia Legal Services, and I had a Section 8 voucher, and the house that I was living in, there were a lot of problems there. I lost my voucher because of some things that I wasn't able to take care of, but I should have explained my disabilities. They just kicked me off of the program. My house was infested with rats in the walls, and I had a flood in my house and black mold. The city of Seattle came and closed my house down and gave me 3 days to move out. So I became homeless after that. It's taught me a lot. about the law, about being attentive and focused on things that are going on with the housing situation. They taught me a lot about what my rights were, what the do's and don'ts were. They just gave me a lot of my life back.
Well, when the legal services came into play here, it did pave the way for the other services because it opened up the door for us to have counseling. It opened up the door for a hotline for somebody to call. It opened up the door for all the rest of the services that we needed. We didn't have them. You know? So they not only helped legally, they helped mentally, emotionally. Anytime you can pick up a phone around here and get the help that you need. So it's safer. It's a safer environment. People from mental health talk to you a lot differently, I think. And we have a different mental health staff now. Like it weeded out all the old people that were playing all the games. Now it's like a whole new atmosphere. So legally they help in every aspect through mental health, they help this person provide services.
So through all of this and that lawsuit, I was very suicidal, and they were there for me and helped me walk myself through that. Today, on my hopes and dreams, that I'm not there anymore. And knowing that I won that case because of them and their help, I know I can go further down the road, and if something happened, I know I can call and they can help me again.
Veo justo lo que queríamos, que se hiciera justicia. Fue lo que yo desde un principio a usted le dije, recuerdo, que yo lo que quería era justicia, tanto no nomás para mí, sino para toda la población, los trabajadores agrícolas, que son los que mal pagados y maltratados, y siempre humillados porque no podemos hablar porque tenemos miedo. Y más cuando no se tiene, digamos, el consuelo de un permiso de trabajo. Entonces siempre nos quedamos callados. Y eso es lo que más hace humillante el problema para los campesinos. Querer y no poder. Y que si habla, no lo oyen. Si no es con abogado, en ninguna parte es oído. Entonces, ahí es donde, para lo que yo veo bueno, y la lucha, que sigan adelante.